And now, let's get into episode 162 of the Universe 1 again. We're coming off of, or freshly coming off Armageddon. Most precisely, Progress Chapter 2. But that, of course, is not exactly involving Raw, SmackDown, or NXT necessarily. So, for the shows that we're going to have on tonight, we're coming off of Armageddon. Or NXT TakeOver New Orleans for NXT. But that, of course, was now almost 2 weeks ago. We're starting it off with the Monday Night Raw as we do. So, let's head over to the Raw scene. Those are the champions up there, and this is the next pay-per-view. Money in the Bank for Monday Night Raw. This is not the next pay-per-view. Let me correct that. The next pay-per-view is no way out for SmackDown, but that is the next one for Raw, the show that we're on right now. Champions are up there. Balor is still the Universal Champion. I'm sure we're gonna get into some detail on that on most of those during this episode. John Morrison is still the US Champion. The B Team have won the Raw Tag Team titles. Sonya Deville is the first Raw Women's Champion since its title's reintroduction. Kalisto has taken the Cruiserweight title to Monday Night Raw, and John Cena, of course, still the Tarnation Champion, but he is, of course, part of the NXT roster. Therefore, that was not going to change at Armageddon, but it might change in Money in the Bank video segment. It is the winner of the Armageddon Hell in a Cell match, Shinsuke Nakamura. Before you stands the winner of the Armageddon Hell in a Cell match. Like Batista last year, I will be crowned your new Universal Champion in just under a month, when I put away Finn Balor and take that title from him. Strong words there from the Japanese superstar, former Tarnation World Cup participant, of course, a former NXT champion himself, and a former Tarnation champion, I believe, is Shinsuke Nakamura. Randy Orton seems to have some problems with that. Of course, he beat Finn Balor at Armageddon. By counter, that is why Finn Balor is still the champion. Hold on. If anyone is taking that title from Finn Balor, it's me. You won your Hell in a Cell match. Good for you. I defeated the actual champion. Not just 5 random superstars. I am still next in line. But if you don't want to step aside, I can kick your head off next week. And then we'll see who is even going to be able to use their chance at Money in the Bank. Now, Money in the Bank. We've got a total of 3 Money in the Bank ladder matches confirmed for that pay-per-view. 1, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match for a mid-card title. That briefcase is going to be the Cruiserweight Money in the Bank ladder match, as well as the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Confirmed so far, Daniel Bryan for the men's, Drew Gulak and Noam Dar for the Cruiserweights. All 3 superstars from NXT. Of course, now Raw has got to work towards getting a few superstars of them qualified. This tag team match will be a qualifier for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. If Team 1 wins, both of them qualify. If Team 2 wins, the other 2 qualify. Let's get into the gameplay and find out who we've got in that match. Up first, see the Cedric Alexander up there? It is the former Raw Tag Team Champions. Now, they've still got the rematch clause, of course. They've lost those titles to the B Team at Armageddon, but they're going to get the chance tonight to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder matches. Both have been outstanding over the last months on Raw, and definitely deserve an opportunity like that. Entering now as the first of their 2 opponents is one member of that Armageddon Hell in a Cell match, Baron Corbin. Dolph Ziggler. He will be teaming, he will have to team with a Baron Corbin tonight if he wants to go to Money in the Bank. It'd be the simple fact that Cedric and Big E have been teaming for a long time now. They've won the Raw Tag Team Champions. They've shown that they can do it in tag team contests. Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler have barely ever been in tag team contests as the referee goes down early doors in that match. Spear to the midsection of Corbin there by Big E as he's got him trapped in their corner already. And that could be, again, a very deciding factor there. Can Cedric Alexander and Big E execute the tag team contest again to perfection? Keeping your opponent in your corner as much as possible to prevent tags, to make sure that interferences and attacks by Dolph Ziggler will come as late as possible. Tag made there. Big E into the gutbuster, and a knee to the side of the head by Cedric Alexander is sending Corbin down. So far, Dolph Ziggler can only watch The question is, will that change? Elbow to the top of that now by Cedric Alexander. And a standing elbow drop there on the chest of Baron Corbin. Very much in control of Baron Corbin at this stage in the match are the team of Cedric Alexander and Big E. Again, former Raw Tag Team. You would not expect anything else. But that doesn't mean that that's not going to change at any point now. Going after the leg of Baron Corbin. Still on top. Gets that modified figure 4 on Baron Corbin. Looking to deal some damage. I don't think he's looking for a submission right here. I don't think he's wanting Baron Corbin to tap, but more to inflict some damage to the legs of Corbin. Moves towards the legs again, I was going to say, but moves away from them again. And again, that twist on the right arm of Baron Corbin. And they're easily in control of the Lone Wolf. Onto the legs he goes again. And again, that modified figure 4. And they are, Baron Corbin, it looks like he's standing no chance. Of course, Big E and Baron Corbin are no strangers to each other. Absolutely not. They fought for the Universal title in the past. Have they? They might not. I'm not 100% on that. They might have had one match. I think I'm not 100% on that. Someone dropped now by Baron Corbin. It will make him able to get that tag. Dolph Ziggler definitely needs that. As we said, dominated by Alexander and Big E so far. Cedric Alexander goes right on the offense on Ziggler again. Oh my god, don't do that. Don't do that, Cedric. Welcome back, Jack. Oh my god, Cedric with a suicide dive. Not quite. Bit of a sliding dropkick there through the middle ropes. Expected a bit more of a jump there, a bit more of a leap. I'm not gonna lie. Back to the point. Big E took that title from Balor at No Way Out, defended it against him. I want to say he might have defended it against Baron Corbin as well. I'm not sure where Baron Corbin got his rematch, because Baron Corbin, of course, lost it to Finn Balor before No Way Out. Maybe Baron Corbin's rematch was just the one in that Elimination Chamber match at No Way Out. Beat Ashton for 2. Nice. Good win, Jack. Good win. Cedric picks Ziggler back up. What are you playing? Football Manager, Jack. Are you playing the mobile app, or is it available on Xbox? I've just seen that the mobile app got released. Is that any good? Is that the first time they've had an app? Because I think there were like the Pro Evolution Soccer Manager, which was actually quite fun. I played that for a bit. Back in June, I played that quite a bit. That was very enjoyable. But I'm not sure that I've ever seen that Football Manager 19 or a Football Manager app in general. Cedric Alexander go drop it to the outside now. Dolph Ziggler get back up again. I don't know what Alexander's plan is right here. Ziggler has got all the time. He could make a tag to Corbin if he needs to, but then again, who's better off now? I would still argue Ziggler. Ziggler has fallen back a bit more against Alexander in that match than Corbin has earlier. Dropkick misses by both men right there. A similar idea, but nobody connected. Kick to the back of the knee of Dolph Ziggler there by Alexander. Has got him locked again. Gonna send him to the barricade? No. The steel steps? Oh, the barricade it is. Sure. Nope. Never mind. Dolph Ziggler counters. Elbows to the midsection of Cedric Alexander. They're nicely executed by the Shaw. Punch to Cedric Alexander. Gets caught there by one half of the former Raw Tag Team Champions. And now he's got him locked again. Where is he going to take him this time? Again, a counter by Dolph Ziggler. iOS 19 touches. So it is the app, yeah? But you're not playing it on your phone, or have you got an iPhone? Or you just playing it on the iPad? I don't even know what your phone you got. But yeah, the app then. Is it good? Is it any good? Elbows now by Cedric Alexander. Paid attention to what Dolph Ziggler has done earlier and pays back the favor. Nice form there. Sends him into the corner of Alexander and Big E. Oh, I thought looking to make the tag. No, nice crossbody there. Drops off the apron again. Is he maybe afraid of those springboard moves? Every single time he's going to the outside, he's dropped off the apron again instead of going for that move. Nice duck on the clothesline of Corbin. But look at the strength of Corbin. That's more what I would have expected from Baron Corbin going to the match against Cedric Alexander. Of course, maybe starting it off against Big E. Took a bit of wind out of Baron Corbin's sails there. And Cedric Alexander just capitalized on that and kept the dominance going in against Baron Corbin. Nice punch there by Alexander, looking for the lumbar check on Corbin, connects with it, and that could be already. The Lone Wolf, is he done after the lumbar check? Alexander goes for the cover, Big E comes inside, can he stop Ziggler? No, he cannot. Nice break up there, gets the referee down as well, pulled up by Big E, and again, that is a time where Alexander and Big E will have to take advantage, because Dolph Ziggler is down on the ground, but Cedric Alexander, as he did in singles action as well, is busy with taunting a bit more than actually getting things done. Nice running neck breaker though on Baron Corbin. Okay, gotcha. Nice elbow there by Cedric Alexander, picking Baron Corbin back up again, sending him into towards the ropes, over the top rope, and to the outside. There you go. Cedric Alexander following up Baron Corbin very quickly to the outside there. Of course, no counters, as this is a tag team contest, so they can fight out there for quite some time if they do want to, but they're going to have to take things back inside for a pinfall. And nice few combinations there by Cedric. Now sends Corbin back inside, and that's going to be the hot take to Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler coming in with a bit of steam there. Drop kick on Alexander, who's down on the ground, gets back up again, and a chop. Oh, that almost got blocked there by Alexander. Barely the damage, the splash in the corner. Dodged by Alexander, sends Dolph Ziggler into the corner. Baron Corbin is down. Maybe this is the time for the team of Big E and Alexander to capitalize, but no, Alexander's still not going for the tag, going for the crossbody once again, which I'm actually surprised about. Half and half suplex now on Dolph Ziggler. Very nicely done there by Cedric Alexander. Alright, see you in a second, Jack. Baron Corbin on the outside, as you can see, is up already again. So he's there to possibly break up that cover. Nice full Nelson face buster there on Dolph Ziggler. Again, this is for qualification into the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So far in that, NXT's Daniel Bryan, and that's it. We're going to have more Money in the Bank qualifying matches tonight, I can tell you that much already. And of course, as this is Raw episode 100, and as told to us about 4 weeks ago now, Dean Ambrose is going to fight for the United States title against John Morrison here tonight. He said he's going to fight whoever is United States champion after Armageddon at Raw 100. John Morrison, of course, defended against Tyler Breeze. Then we're going to see Dean Ambrose versus John Morrison for the United States title just 24 hours after John Morrison defended it successfully against Tyler Breeze. Now, Cedric Alexander's stamina is very worrying there. Pretty much taking a breather after every single step, after every single move, which I wouldn't be concerned about. Busted wide open is Dolph Ziggler, and celebrating is Cedric Alexander as he does. Again, it's nice, just quick and sharp elbow drop there on Dolph Ziggler. And now Baron Corbin in the ropes. That is going to be very interesting how that form and how that state of Baron Corbin comes into play in that match. Can he break up covers on Dolph Ziggler? What is Alexander doing? My goodness, what are you doing? DDT? Nah. DDT on the apparatus. It seems like they smell blood on that move. This is not the first time that somebody's got busted wide open, and the first move the AI goes for is the DDT on the apron. And that surely does happen. And again, the exhaustion by Cedric Alexander. I would be concerned if I was Big E, and definitely looking for or hoping for a tag here. Cedric Alexander dragging Dolph Ziggler a bit, and now maybe looking for the tag. No, it goes to the apron again. Does he go for a move, or does he drop off again? He seems to be going for that springboard clothesline, the one he usually goes for. Corbin is waiting on the apron, maybe ready to make that hot tag. That just barely connected. But Cedric Alexander is the first one back up to his feet. Onto the arm of Ziggler now. Lombard check again. Why is Cedric Alexander not using Big E at all? Is that maybe signs of things to come at? No, Brainbuster. Brainbuster instead on Dolph Ziggler. Drops him neck first onto the mat. Goes for the cover. Referee's down. Big E's there. Is Corbin there though? 1, 2. Nope, he's not. And that's a GG. Big E catches Baron Corbin right before he can break up that cover. Alexander gets the cover on Ziggler. Now, Big E will be happy with it because both those men are now in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And with that, I can confirm that they will not be taking their rematch at Money in the Bank. If that now means they're going to be taking it early, or if we're going to see somebody else face the B team for those titles at Money in the Bank, that's to be determined. But they will not use the rematch clause just yet. Money in the Bank is first, and they are both in for that mid-card Money in the Bank briefcase. Again, how that Cedric going all on his own pretty much in that match and not tagging Big E in anymore. It's going to be interesting to see. Maybe we're going to see some signs of that inside of that Money in the Bank ladder match. Maybe. But a GG for both Cedric Alexander and Big E defeating Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. With that, they're going to enter the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We now got Daniel Bryan, Big E, and Cedric Alexander. It is, of course, Raw's general manager. It is the Animal, the Hall of Famer. Cannot stress this enough. One of two one of only 2 ever Hall of Famers in this universe mode so far. It is Batista. Welcome everyone to another episode of Monday Night Raw. What a night we're coming off. Armageddon was a great pay-per-view overall, but as you know, the next pay-per-view is right around the corner. The next up for us is the pay-per-view shared with NXT, Money in the Bank. You already heard some news by NXT's general manager Corey Graves about the ladder matches on that pay-per-view. The aim is very simple. Get all 3 briefcases to Monday Night Raw. A few faces that will be in these matches are as follows. Due to good performances over the last weeks, Ember Moon might have come up short in the title match, but she will enter the ladder match. For the Cruiserweights, I already can confirm that the 2 participants of our Fatal 4-Way number 1 contenders match a few weeks ago that did not get pinned will enter that ladder match. So on top of NXT's Drew Gulak and Noam Dar, it will be Buddy Murphy and Tyler Bate entering the Cruiserweight Money in the Bank ladder match. Now as for the situation around the Universal title, the result on Sunday and the segment between Shinsuke Nakamura and Orton earlier. The Universal title at Money in the Bank will be defended in a triple threat match between Finn Balor, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura. However, Randy Orton will get his wish as he will face Shinsuke Nakamura one-on-one next week. And now enjoy the rest of the show. Into the gameplay we go again. Qualify for the Cruiserweight Money in the Bank ladder match. This will be Raw's last participant in that Cruiserweight Money in the Bank ladder match. We've got Buddy Murphy and Tyler Bate confirmed for Raw. This is going to be the 3rd superstar decided in this match, as well as Noam Dar and Drew Gulak confirmed for NXT. Arya Daivari, in his Raw debut, will get a shot to enter that Money in the Bank ladder match. Another debut on the Raw roster for another Cruiserweight. It is Sin Cara, a former or a on and off tag team partner of the Cruiserweight champion Kalisto. So this could lead to an interesting setup with that Money in the Bank briefcase and the champion possibly down the line. Of course, we might very well see Kalisto be challenged for that belt for Money in the Bank. If that's going to be by NXT or Raw or whatever, we're going to see. But that is the case we got right now. Arya Daivari versus Sin Cara. Bets are open if you want to bet. Exclamation mark bet with the championship you want to bet. And then the option you want to go for. Option 1 is Arya Daivari. Option number 2 is Sin Cara. One of these 2 will go into the Cruiserweight Money in the Bank ladder match at, again, of course, Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Daivari has got Sin Cara down and has got him locked early on in this match, but Sin Cara is willing and able to fight back with some elbows to the midsection of Arya Daivari. Now nice Northern Lights there by Sin Cara sends Daivari down to the ground, and the kick to the back will not bother him in the slightest. The clothesline grounds Sin Cara, however, and now Daivari is the one on top of the other Cruiserweight. Both men could, I'd argue, this might be the biggest match for both men's careers in this universe mode so far. Because both did not have too successful overruns so far in this universe mode. Sin Cara maybe featured a bit more frequently than Arya Daivari over the 2 seasons so far. But not much to come of it. He might maybe have had a title shot at either the Cruiserweight and or the United States title. I'm not 100% on that. I will double check that right now though, because I'm interested myself. Arya Daivari, as we said, I can also check who that one win was against, by the way. Nice toss there off the top rope by Arya Daivari. Cover on Sin Cara. What? Never mind. He defeated Tony Nese 34 episodes ago. Raw 66. He defeated a former Cruiserweight champion, Tony Nese. I don't know if he was, I think it was champion at the time. No, he was not. Tony Nese, I believe, was number 1 contender because the next Raw he lost to Drago. And that was the time where Drago was champion. And I believe if he would have beaten Drago as well, he would have got into that championship match, but he did not win. So he had an opportunity to get into a title match, but he missed it, essentially. Now, Sin Cara, of course, was involved in one of the very first storylines surrounding Cruiserweight, with the Kalisto Chris Jericho situation, where Chris Jericho was looking to get into the Cruiserweight division and ended up being a Cruiserweight champion. The last before it got cancelled for now. Interesting. Sin Cara would have been, I totally forgot about that, Sin Cara would have been in the Money in the Bank ladder match in Season 1. And in the very first Money in the Bank pay-per-view, the only other Money in the Bank pay-per-view, he would be in. Because he defeated Samoa Joe at Raw number 9 to enter that matchup. But he got attacked by the Big Show, which injured him. And therefore he was not able to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match in the end. But he already qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match in the past. That back then, of course, was still for the world title. So that would have been a huge opportunity for Sin Cara. He had a triple threat number 1 contenders match for a cruiserweight title where he was not able to win. And that was pretty much all he had in the Zero Zone. So this is a second chance for Sin Cara essentially to enter Money in the Bank ladder match. Northern Light Suplex. Unlucky, Jack, unlucky. Sin Cara now on the top rope. Could we see that swanton bomb there off the top rope? Nope. He's wanting Ari Daivari back up on his feet. Ari Daivari is back up now. Nice. Corkscrew arm drag off the top rope. Maybe. I don't know if that was the best of moves to go for there. Looked fancy. Was it effective? I'm not so sure about that. Sends Ari Daivari into the top left corner. Now a big chop across the chest of Ari Daivari. Now the kick to the midsection, but a count by Daivari. On to the leg of Sin Cara. Nice kick there. Sin Cara once again sends him into the corner. Dropkick gets dodged and stepped out of the way there by Ari Daivari, who hits him with a nice knee to the back there. Tries to pick him back up, and another counter by Sin Cara. Going back and forth now, these two. He's got Ari Daivari locked up, sends him into the ropes, sent back off of those ropes. And heading to the top rope again. Is he looking to get him back up to his feet once more? Or is he... Nope, he's not. Oh my god, the swanton! That was a bit unlucky. He kind of missed that swanton bomb, but he still got him. Ari Daivari rolled out of the way, got back up to his feet, but Sin Cara is still kind of connected with that swanton bomb. Of course, not with the full damage by far, but enough to get Ari Daivari down to the ground. Is now got him with a comeback, but a nice counter by Daivari again pushes Sin Cara away, looking for a hammerlock. Clothesline on Sin Cara. Oh my god, turn him inside out of this day. That could be it. 1, 2, 3, that is it. Ari Daivari goes to Money in the Bank, sending Sin Cara inside out with that hammerlock clothesline. My goodness. What an impact on that very short clothesline there by Daivari. No highlights. Interesting. But Daivari is the one going to Money in the Bank. Sin Cara still not able to qualify for a Money in the Bank ladder match. That makes it 5 from 6 cruiserweights that we are aware of, that we know who's going to enter for the cruiserweight rendition of that ladder match at least. Sanity, maybe not Sanity, so of course Sanity over on SmackDown with Eric Young and Alexander Wolf for Killing Dane is in progress. It's Nikki Cross. Making her debut is a former NXT Women's Champion in her own right, of course. She is looking to qualify for that Money in the Bank ladder match. It's one-on-one contest. This will be, and her opponent, another former NXT Women's Champion. It is Ruby Riott. In fact, she is the one that lost the belt to Dana Brooke right before WrestleMania. Good luck, Jack. Good luck. Nikki Cross in the top left. Ruby Riott in the bottom right. Jack says Nikki Cross got this. I'm gonna go with Ruby Riott in that case. And Nikki Cross gets that first takedown. Almost a signature start to a match there by Nikki Cross. That takedown while punching away at her opponent straight away. A nice drop toe hold there. Pulled her into the drop toe hold very nicely. And a drop kick to the back as well makes that starting sequence very dominant by Nikki Cross. As I said, the leg sweep by Ruby Riott. Nikki Cross to the outside. Nice dodge there by that crazy lunatic of a woman. Head first into the apron goes Ruby Riott. Referee initiates the count, of course. Just like in any other match, be it a women's or men's or cruiserweight qualifying match. Nice form there by Riott. If this is got a victory, this is still a qualification. Kick to the midsection there by Ruby Riott. Drop kick sends Nikki Cross into the apron. My goodness. Ruby Riott stopping at nothing right here. Sends Nikki Cross back inside the ring at 5. Complete shutdown by Ruby Riott. Both were, of course, able to break that count. Still early on the match, you would have expected them to do just that, but you never know. Who's going to cheese an early counter? Randy Orton, right? Randy Orton. Looking at you. Nikki Cross again with that takedown on Ruby Riott. Now stalking around her, goes towards the legs of Riott, and a scratch across the back there by Nikki Cross. Now standing STO by Ruby Riott, who's back on top now. A kick to the back of Nikki Cross as well. Now covered by Riott. One. Okay. Never mind about that pinfall there. Nice dodge there by Ruby Riott again. That's a side kick in the form by Nikki Cross. Big shots that are fired by both women already. Well, you lucky he did, huh, Jack? You lucky he did. Nice elbow there by Nikki Cross. Going up top. Oh my god, what has she got in mind? What the heck has she got in mind off the top rope, waiting for Ruby Riott to get back up? I would assume a missile dropkick then. But you never know with Ruby Riott. With Nikki Cross, well, you never know with Ruby Riott either. But it wasn't a missile dropkick. And that is Nikki Cross waiting for Ruby Riott to get back up. That is, if that is a fisherman's neck breaker, that might be it. It is not. Ruby Riott pushes her away. Gets a good counter on. 619 out by Nikki Cross. Well, not quite. Not quite. But we'll make sure to make use of those ropes there. Nikki Cross has got a 5 count, of course, in a situation like that. Referee didn't even go for the counter, didn't even try to break it up, but Nikki Cross released that hold rather quickly anyways. Has got those body scissors now on Ruby Riott. Is she going to release them, or is Ruby just going to stick in there forever? Is she going to tap? It seems like Ruby Riott cannot fight out of that. Nikki Cross's body is locked in very, very tight apparently. And now pushes Ruby Riott off. Maybe Nikki Cross tired of those body scissors anyways. Goes up top again. My god, don't do that. What is she got in mind now? Another missile dropkick possibly? She's waiting for it again. We might look at another missile dropkick there by Nikki Cross. No, oh my god, Hurricane Run. No, powerbomb by Ruby Riott. Caught her mid-air. What a catch there by Riott. Absolutely important catch there. And a nice super kick there too. Nikki Cross as well. Didn't even drop down though. Catches the leg and a takedown on Ruby Riott now. A single leg bust grab by Nikki Cross. Locked in deep though. Locked in very deep. Could we see a tap here by Ruby Riott against Nikki Cross? Surely not known as a submission specialist. But Riott able to fight out of it anyways. Kick to the chest now of Nikki Cross. Now Riott is waiting for her to get back up. Could we see that Riott kick connect? We've not seen the fisherman suplex. We're going to see the Riott kick though. And that might be Ruby going to Money in the Bank. Is it though? Cover. Referee's down. 1, 2, 3. That is Ruby Riott going to Money in the Bank. Former NXT Women's Champion, of course, was always going to qualify from that match. Ruby Riott is the one to go to Money in the Bank. Congratulations to her. She will join Ember Moon from Monday Night Raw. Of course, we yet to find out any win from the NXT roster to qualify for that match, ladder match. United States Championship, as you can read right there, is on the line. Dean Ambrose has won that shot at the United States title by winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania. Up first is, as we said, Dean Ambrose, the challenger, as we do. Could he become United States Champion tonight? This will be his first title on a main roster show. I was hesitating there for a second because, of course, NXT usually wasn't included in that sentence on a main roster show. But he wasn't a champion on NXT either. ECW is where he held the belts that he did. Never, though, on Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact, whatever you want to call him, he is still wearing that United States title around his waist. Won that ladder match at WrestleMania to win that belt for the second time. Defended it at Armageddon against Celebrity successfully. And now he will have to face Dean Ambrose just 24 hours later. Dean Ambrose qualified for that Armageddon Hell in a Cell match. He was part of the Armageddon pay-per-view as well, was in that Hell in a Cell match that Shinsuke Nakamura won. He qualified for that by beating Noah in rather quick fashion. That was his debut on Monday Night Raw. So far, he of course was the #1 draft pick for Raw as well. So as he said himself, maybe a bit of pressure on him off the back of that. But so far, of course, he wasn't the one pinned inside Armageddon Hell in a Cell. He defeated Noah Kasei. So he's doing it pretty well so far. winning that US title on the first time of asking, of course, could be quite a step towards making this year a success for him. So let's get into that one. Dean Ambrose versus John Morrison for the United States Championship. Referee rings the bell. Main event of Monday Night Raw, episode 100. Sit-up power slam there by Dean Ambrose. Now kick to the back of John Morrison, but Ambrose picks him back up again. Uppercut there by Morrison. Episode 100 of Monday Night Raw. We're on episode 162 of the universe. We've had 61 episodes, not including Raw, out of 162. That's almost, not almost half, but like 2/3. Only 2/3 of the episodes or so have included Monday Night Raw. How many other episodes have we had? Of course, Raw was on the very first episode because of how the universe mode is set up, where if you make changes to Monday Night Raw, they only apply to the second episode. So the first one was only NXT and SmackDown. So we only started Raw on episode 2. But the others have to have been pay-per-views or tournaments in this universe mode. Because every general weekly episode, that like this one today, includes Monday Night Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, or back then 205 Live, or even ECW for some time as well. So, jeez, out of 160 episodes, about 60 of them have been pay-per-views or special streams like tournaments and stuff. My goodness, what was that for a ratio? Anyways, close that there by Dean Ambrose into John Morrison. Now tries for a knee, but Morrison moves out of the way. The agility by Morrison now with a nice hip toss there. Throwing Dean Ambrose down to the mat, but he sends Morrison right back into the corner. Who's going to fight out of it though. Nice elbow towards Dean Ambrose and a standing Spanish fly. 2 and I'll flip as well. John Morrison, of course, got the parkour background. We all know that. We know he can do a lot of flips. But he's definitely abusing that right now in that match. Dean Ambrose sent to the top right corner, but the splash dodged there by the lunatic French. Big forearm there too. John Morrison and a snap vertical suplex by Dean Ambrose sends him down to the mat. No doubt that Dean Ambrose's biggest success so far. Is that the Dirty Deeds? It was, wasn't it? Elbow to the back of John Morrison now was crawling. But Ambrose caught him mid-crawl if he wants it with the elbow to the back. Now going for the cover on John Morrison. 1, 2. Not going to be as quick of a victory here for Dean Ambrose winning that United States title, possibly. As we said, but the most success he's had definitely been on ECW in the hardcore division or on Monday Night Raw. Before that, of course, he was the first ever hardcore champion. Might have only been that for about 20 minutes or so until he lost to Buddy Murphy, who's going to enter the Money in the Bank pay-per-view as well. Maybe Dean Ambrose is going to do so if he beats John Morrison here, defending that title against him then, or against another contender. But yeah, lost that quite quickly, but also became the last ever ECW champion so far. Yo, Colin, my dude, what's going on? How you doing? Referee initiated the count there at a count of 4 already, I believe. Champion's advantage, so John Morrison will maybe take a counter. I don't know how John Morrison thinks about winning that match via counter and defending the title that way, like Balor did essentially at Armageddon, even though it wasn't really Balor's decision back then. But Ambrose surely will try to take things back inside. Try to win that title at a count of 8 now. Is Morrison going to take the count out? Referee at a count of 9. Oh my god, that's going to be so cool. Ambrose back inside. Oh my god, that flip as well. Stop it, Morrison. Stop it. Referee showed the 10 count, but didn't go for it as Morrison literally just got inside. What does Morrison do? Does a full backflip, because why not, right? Why not show up a bit on top of that? That could have almost been a Cesaro moment then, throwing your opponent back inside for them to win by a count of them, because you can make it back in after them. Nice pellet kick there by Morrison, and a kick out there by Dean Ambrose. My god, a close kick out as well. But of course, as we said, champion's advantage, so John Morrison would have defended by a counter, even though he would have lost that match. But I'm sure, as with Randy Orton getting another shot at the Universe title against Balor after a counter victory, we maybe could have seen a similar situation with Dean Ambrose and John Morrison. If that was the case, then shooting star, that could be it. That is how I put away Tyler Breeze at Armageddon. Cover 1, 2. Not against Dean Ambrose. Not against Dean Ambrose. Flat out 2 kick out there by the lunatic Fringe. My goodness. No messing around, just kicking out of 2 because he's not going to get beaten like that. But John Morrison is in a good spot right now. As I say that, he's getting pushed away there by Dean Ambrose. Got him locked there, looking for a neck breaker on Morrison. Connects with that one. And now John Morrison on the ground. Dean Ambrose on the attack. Picks Morrison back up again. The champion is on his feet. And a big form there by Dean Ambrose. Another one to send Morrison down to the ground. Into the corner he goes. Gets a bit of a rebound there. And a clothesline. No, another form into that corner. And a bulldog out of it by Dean Ambrose. Getting as fired up as Dean Ambrose is going to get. I mean, he's not the most hype kind of competitor, but he's trying his best there. Single leg dropkick nicely dodged there by Ambrose. Going back and forth now. Fireman's carried up, counter by Morrison, who's now got Ambrose locked and into the corner, sending him headfirst into that top turnbuckle pad repeatedly, a total of 10 times. Until Dean Ambrose bounces out of that one, goes down to the ground, and another kick to the back by John Morrison. Here goes for the cover now. Bit of a late cover. Now, I would assume that Ambrose again is going to find a way out of that cover. Of course he does. Dean Ambrose sending Morrison into that corner once more, sending it into the opposing corner, maybe looking for another form. Yes, he does. And another bulldog out of that corner. While John Morrison looking good in terms of big moves in that match. Is that Cesaro or Sheamus? Is that Cesaro? Is the pause music? Oh, don't turn around. Just don't turn around, Ambrose. Or boot them right in the face. Who's that? It's Cesaro. He's been in that Armageddon Hell in Cell match as well. He's also not won it. Does he want a shot at the Italian while neutralizer by Cesaro gets out of that ring? Dean Ambrose quickly becoming a visitor there. Covered by Morrison. Oh my god. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. How close was that kick out by Ambrose? John Morrison can't believe it. Of course, didn't get much leverage on the cover here, John Morrison, as he only just crawled towards that cover, but Ambrose with the shoulder up just in time. Still in that match for the United States title. Cesaro, that could be it. Dirty Deeds incoming for Dean Ambrose. Connects on the champion. That's blood down the face of Morrison as well. Do we have a new United States champion? Even though Cesaro was the one interfering. 1, 2. Kick out to 2.5 by John Morrison. Not a new United States champion just yet. Big kick out there by Ambrose. Big kick out as needed by John Morrison. A lot of interference around the US title. Back, and Cesaro in general as well. We had Tyler Breeze, who was the one fighting for that title. Versus who interfered in Cesaro's match in the end. Then Jason Jordan into the title, into the number 1 contenders match. A lot of interference around Cesaro and the United States title in general, it seems. Nice knee drop there by John Morrison to Dean Ambrose. Picks him back up again. And again, that belly kick. That busted Ambrose wide open. We've seen a close kick out after that earlier already. Is Morrison going to go for another one this time after that Pele kick? Turns him around. Standing shooting. That could be it. Standing shooting star, and that might be GG's. Ambrose busted one open as well. 1, 2, 3. That is too much for Ambrose. We've seen big kickouts by Dean Ambrose, but he's not able to capture that belt. However, big assist there has got to go to Cesaro. Definitely playing a big part in John Morrison's title defense here with that neutralizer. Ambrose almost done after the neutralizer back then, but that next shooting star press then was just too much for Dean Ambrose. Therefore, John Morrison is now still, but is not now. He was before that still the United States champion as well. But he is still the United States champion. Dean Ambrose loses in the 100th episode of Monday Night Raw. But that's going to be very interesting going forward. What's going to happen between the likes of Cesaro, Ambrose, Morrison, and all the other ones involved one way or another. With John Morrison winning that main event and defending the United States title, we're going to head over to NXT. Again, champions are up there. Of course, they have not changed from last episode. Now, of course, also here 4 weeks away is Money in the Bank. Adam Cole, Bay. Everyone keeps picking fights with us. Street Profits, and now these wannabes, Zack Ryder and Goldust. Now, Zack went onto social media complaining about how he had that match won for them. How Bobby Fish is who caused them. Because apparently, if Fish wasn't ringside, he would have beaten me. no chance. You can't beat Adam Cole, baby! Ryder, you're just not good enough. You never were and you never will be. But if Bobby Fish is an issue for you at ringside, we can change that. Why not put him into that ring instead against you? And then we can see who you can and cannot beat. So, it is still around these series of matches. We've got Corey Graves coming out to address the situation. Look, Adam, I know what you're doing, and whether it is your opponents or you that is picking the fights, you can't just keep making matches and fighting everyone. So I will give you this offer. Well, it's not an offer, to be fair. This is what is going down, whether you like it or not. Bobby Fish will get his match with Zack Ryder tonight. Should Bobby Fish win, the Undisputed Era gets 2 spots in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Who enters is down to you then. But if he cannot win, Zack Ryder will enter the Money in the Bank ladder match instead. And none of you will get another chance at it. Our first here on NXT in action is Peyton Royce. This is a women's Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier. The only thing she has to do to qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match is beat her opponent tonight, and that is none other than real life SmackDown General Manager Paige. She's out here at NXT. She's been drafted to NXT on the draft, yet to hold a title in this universe mode. Winner enters the women's Money in the Bank ladder match alongside Ember Moon from Raw and also from Monday Night Raw. Who we say qualified? Ruby Riott. Excuse me. Blanked out there real quick. Ruby Riott, Ember Moon, and the winner of this match will be the participants for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match for all we know so far. After this episode of NXT, nice dropkick there by Paige, sending Peyton Royce down to the ground. A kick to the back gets countered by the Australian Peyton Royce. A couple punches there towards Paige, who finally is able to reverse it into a couple forearms there. My goodness, look at the barrage by Paige there. Peyton Royce sends her into the corner though. Kick connects it by Peyton Royce. Another one on Paige. And now look at that. Peyton Royce, of course, doing everything she's got, or anything she's got to do to win that match. What a knee right to the forehead of Paige. Celebrating already, Peyton Royce. Go for the cover. That's not even going to be one count. I mean, to be fair, if that knee connects well, you could very well knock your opponent out with that knee, but not Paige. She kicks out at a 0. Not even a 1 count from the referee. Paige sends Royce into the ropes, dodges that one, or jumps over it. Nice drop kick to send Peyton Royce down to the ground. Another. Wow, no, Peyton Royce straight back up to her feet again. Impressive there by Royce. The spinning heel kick into the corner. Dodged nice though, countered by Paige with a sidewalk slam on Peyton Royce instead. Very back and forth match between these two women so far. Both trading shots back and forth. Mostly kicks by Peyton Royce and mostly forearms, it seems, by Paige. So we got a bit of a split in styles and brawling styles at the very least. Elbow drop there by Paige. Definitely very keen on using her forearms and elbows in that match to inflict damage. But as long as it works, why the hell would she not do that? Peyton Royce, of course, using those long legs for those vicious kicks in that match more than anything else. Has got Paige locked up. Now, nice focus on the arm now. But again, neither of these women are, well, I was going to say neither of these women exactly known for their, what am I going to say, for the submission moves. But Paige, of course, got that PTO, that Paige tap out that could very well win her that match if it get locked in. So Peyton Royce has got to pay attention towards submission moves as we see the Paige Turner executed by Paige. Could that be it already? Could we see covered by Paige on Peyton Royce? Who's what? Is that Ruby? Or is it? There's nowhere to be seen. We just heard the music here by the Riot Squad. The Riot Squad music hit there as Peyton Royce gone for that suplex and is going for the full triplet there. The Venus flytrap by Peyton Royce. A triplet of suplexes with the last one being the filaments into that bridge on Paige. 1, 2, and a kick out by Paige. Stays in it. The distraction of the Titantron. We don't know who that was. We've seen nobody come out whatsoever. Not on the stage, not behind Paige. But it was the Riot Squad's music. Now, if that was indeed any member of the Riot Squad, of course, we've got Ruby Riott on Monday Night Raw, as well as Sarah Logan. But, well, no, but Liv Morgan is on SmackDown. We've got no member of the Riot Squad on NXT. What is that about? I've got no clue. Was that maybe just a bit of a distraction there planned by Peyton Royce, rather than anything? Or, of course, Ruby Riott trying to make sure she's not got as much competition in that matchup. Maybe deeming Peyton Royce the easier opponent in that Money in the Bank ladder match, as Paige is going for the Rampage Rams, as the name suggests. Peyton Royce is head into the mag. Does she go for the cover? Paige? No? No cover? Dragster was a bit of the ring. I would have assumed to prevent a rope break. Waits a long time before that cover. 1, 2, and that's of course going to be a kick out then. I don't know what she was doing all that time, just staring at Peyton Royce. Maybe still confused about that interference. Maybe still trying to think who's behind that Titantron bait there on Paige. Maybe trying to think who could have something against her on the NXT roster or anywhere else, really. Trying to get her, I mean, not out of that Money in the Bank ladder match, but essentially not into that Money in the Bank ladder match. Peyton Royce has now got that nice double arm lock there. Knee to the back of Paige, is going to find a way out of that one. Gets back up to her feet, turns on, and an elbow to the midsection of Peyton Royce is going to get her out of that hole, and slams her head first into the mat. And again, staring at Peyton Royce. She seems to be out of that match a little bit. Is Paige still fully focused? Is she fully in that match? Paige locks in the Cloverleaf. That's a Cloverleaf locked in by Paige. Could we see a tap by Peyton Royce? Is she going to submit? Yes, she is. Paige has made Peyton Royce. Of course she did. Didn't I say that neither of these women are getting known for, or didn't I want to say that neither are really known for the submission moves? Of course, Paige is going to prove me wrong right there and go for the submission move. Oh, we got the, I was going to say, if I still got the Adam Cole bit, no, we got the tag team managers for Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Adam Cole and Roderick Strong in the back as the managers. Interesting. Bobby Fish is the one in action here tonight. Numbers came well in favor of the Undisputed Era, or unless Zack Ryder found 30 friends. Here's Zack Ryder is out here on his own, going up against the Undisputed Era. Qualifying match for the Money in the Bank ladder is going to be either Zack Ryder or the Undisputed Era. We're going to say in that ladder match, we're going to give away 1 or 2 spots in that men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Zack Ryder now with a face buster on Bobby Fish. Now kick to the back of Bobby Fish straight away. Zack Ryder. Nice dodge there by Fish. About a clone by Zack Ryder going back and forth early on in this matchup. We've got Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly on the top of the ringside. On the left side is Adam Cole, baby. DDT by Zack Ryder. Hover over DDT there. Very nicely done. Nice kick to the leg of Bobby Fish. Now Zack Ryder try to let him run into the elbow, but a nice counter by Bobby Fish and go back and forth again. Nice side kick there by Zack Ryder. Adam Cole's on the left side of the ring. I believe he's coming up there, ringside again, and we could see interference by anyone really in this matchup. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. We've seen that Zack Ryder is not afraid to get into the face, to get physical even against any of those should they get involved. We've seen that in tag team matches that attacked Adam Cole when he was not legal. We've seen it in the with the Street Profits, with the Montez Ford attacking Roderick Strong when he wasn't even in that tag team match at the very start of this universe mode. So while Undisputed Era might only have 1 man at a time in action here tonight, at least, people seem not to be afraid of getting physical with the members at ringside because they know what they're going to try to do. Bobby Fish tries to keep Zack Ryder around the Undisputed Era as well. Keeps him into the top left corner almost as if it was a tag team match. Maybe a bit of instinct there by Bobby Fish, a bit of routine there. Kind of treating this as a tag team match, kind of, with Kyle O'Reilly. Zack Ryder picks him back up again now, takes him into the other corner. Maybe getting a bit of distance towards the Undisputed Era, which is definitely not a bad choice there. Getting away from them, a good move there. Lessens the chance of getting distracted too much by them. Nice counter there on what looked to be a spear of Bobby Fish there. Nice DT by Zack Ryder. And a kick to the back of Bobby Fish there as well. Arm is locked, and now a nice toss there on Bobby Fish by Zack Ryder, who's not doing too badly in this matchup. And I've got no doubt that Zack Ryder could beat Bobby Fish in a one-on-one matchup any day of the week. But the deciding factor of that is, as you can see on up top there, Adam Cole already sliding that steel chair into the ring. That's official blocked in, by the way. But Zack Ryder gets out of that. I almost missed that submission. That could have been it already for Zack Ryder if Bobby Fish got a good connection on that. Now distraction by Adam Cole. Bobby Fish not going to get that steel chair though. Zack Ryder finds back form to the face of Bobby Fish. Got him knocked again. And a suplex now by, oh no, never mind. Turn it into a neck breaker by Zack Ryder. Adam Cole not too happy about it. A bit of a facepalm there at ringside. But yeah, I think the difference maker is definitely going to be the Undisputed Era. Are they going to get involved a lot? Then Bobby Fish is going to win that match. If they're going to take a step back, if they're not going to get involved as much, for whatever reason that might be, I think Zack Ryder has got a good chance of winning that match and going to Money in the Bank. Bobby Fish again into the corner of the Undisputed Era, I'm going to call it, because it's that top left corner that all the members are located. Zack Ryder pushes Fish away. And now the referee is going to remove that steel chair. That is going to go to the outside. So that will not have had any effect on that match or the outcome whatsoever. Kick to the leg there by Bobby Fish and a knee to the midsection of Zack Ryder. Alley-oop. Powerbomb? No, just the alley-oop. Drop out of that corner. And Roderick Strong is ecstatic about that. Counter again by Zack Ryder. Nice kick to the midsection of Bobby Fish. Excuse me, not Bobby Roode. DDT on Bobby Fish, and that's the distraction again, coming in by Adam Cole. That's exactly what I'm saying. Bobby Fish, full Nelson, dragon suplex into the bridge. Beautifully done. Absolutely beautifully done. Beautifully done. And that's a two-second kick out there by Zack Ryder. Big kick out. Definitely needed. What was that? Flying clothesline? Knee? I don't even know. Did that connect the way it should have done? I don't know what that was going to be or what that was, but that was a bit weird. A running kick there by Bobby Fish. Is that a GG? Nope. But now he's looking to end this. And that might already have been enough in terms of the numbers game. Fish is locked in. That's going to be a rope break. That's surely going to be a rope break. Yes. Bobby Fish has to instantly release that hold. Not risking disqualification. Of course, he wants those two spots inside that ladder match for the Undisputed Era. Dragon Screw on Zack Ryder. Picks Ryder back up again. Now form. But a side kick there by Zack Ryder. Nicely done on Bobby Fish. And a drop kick by Zack Ryder. Picks Fish back up again. Well, as Zack Ryder got nothing. Arm drag by Bobby Fish. Going back and forth now again. We're back to the reversal. Left, right, and center. As I say that, form by Zack Ryder on Fish. And that nice neck breaker variant there by Zack Ryder. Knee to the neck. And that's Kyle O'Reilly. We've had Cole. Now we got Riley. Of course, if they alternate, the referee. I mean, he could send all of them to the back. But again, that Dragon Suplex. That's his go-to after the distraction, it seems to. And maybe you could send them out all together. But you argue he's probably going to send them out one by one. And if Adam Cole just distracts once, Kyle O'Reilly distracts one, then he's not going to send them to the back for just one distraction there. Nice form, though, by Bobby Fish. Into the ropes goes Zack Ryder. Comes back off it. And no belly to belly for Fish. Nice counter there by Zack Ryder. Or what is that? Powerbomb? Or Tiger Bomb by Ryder. My goodness. 1, 2. Oh, God. Fish turns around. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Zack Ryder. That could have been dangerous. Turns around that roll up, that nicely hooked cover by Zack Ryder. Very nice technical move there by Bobby Fish, and that's going to be the Roski move. That's how we put away Kyle O'Reilly in the 4-on-4 tag team match at New Orleans. Broski boot connects, and that could be it again for Bobby Fish as well. They put away Kyle O'Reilly, as we said, about the referee's distracted by just that man, Kyle O'Reilly. Is he going to be back for that cover? Zack Ryder goes to the cover now. No, he stops it straight away. He knows that another distraction by Kyle O'Reilly. Surely that's Kyle O'Reilly going soon. Then again, you still got Strong and Cole at ringside then. This time not the Dragon Suplex. A shin breaker by Bobby Fish into the back suplex. Very, very nice move there by Bobby Fish. Signaling the end now on Zack Ryder, who's back up to his feet though. Knee to the midsection is going to send him straight back down though. Cancelling the possible momentum for Zack Ryder straight away. Another knee to the midsection. I think that is exactly what connected early. And it did connect early, I believe. 1, 2, 3, and that running knee seals it for Bobby Fish. Seals it for the Undisputed Era. And again, as I said, the numbers game is the deciding factor in that match. Bobby Fish defeats Zack Ryder. And it was never going to be easy for Ryder. That means the Undisputed Era get 2 spots in the Money in the Bank men's ladder match. Is going to face in this matchup tonight, and as I said, he's requested a match. Let's see who Corey Graves has given as an opponent here tonight. Our first is the man to lay down that challenge. It is the NXT champion, still the NXT champion, Johnny Gargano, again defeated Andrade Cien Almas in the NXT title match at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. The opponent that the general manager has chosen is none other than the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. He had a great match against John Cena, maybe one of the matches of the night. I'd say definitely one of the matches, maybe the match of the night against John Cena. So close to capturing that Title Nation title off of John Cena, becoming the first ever two-time Title Nation champion that would be. But Ty Dillinger unfortunately not able to do that. Yeah, Gilawago is good. Or Pedro. Jumbo Repla, 100k pack as well, possibly. My god. Be interesting. We're gonna try to get as many as possible in on the road to glory. Nice kind of there by Johnny Gargano. Oh, running a security there on Ty Dillinger. Sends him down to the match early doors. Nicely done there by Johnny Wrestling. Has got Ty Dillinger locked up again. Now stomps away at the Perfect, and again Ty Dillinger had an incredible performance. I don't even know how he did not put away John Cena in that match for the Title Nation title. I thought he had him at so many points in time, but John Cena kept kicking out. Of course, there was a submission match that may be the turning point for Ty Dillinger. You guys wanted it to be a submission match, so it was a submission match because it is, of course, for the Title Nation title. That is where you guys get them off if you want information on how that belt works. Exclamation mark TN Champion in the chat will give you a bit of an insight on that Title Nation title. You're gonna decide on the challengers as well as possibly the stipulations if in that match. Again, the stipulation chosen was a submission match, and maybe that was what essentially won John Cena that match, because as we said, Ty Dillinger looking incredible, but of course not exactly the submission specialist. So he had to tap eventually. Johnny Gargano picks Ty Dillinger back up again on the outside now. Referee initiating the count now, back at 1. When Johnny Gargano enters the ring, and a drop kick to the to send Johnny Gargano into the apron. Dillinger picks him back up again and sends it right back into the ring. Doesn't want to fight on the outside, it seems. Maybe wants a pinfall victory over the champion to send a statement. To say, you know what? I am worthy. I can be champion in NXT. What a DDT, my god. A slingshot NXT to the apron by Johnny Gargano for Ty Dillinger. What is this man made of? How is he doing that? Kick to the midsection now by Dillinger. A referee again, of course, going for the count. This is not no counters. So if we're gonna counter, that's gonna be a victory for either superstars. Johnny Gargano sends Ty Dillinger into the apron there. Uh-oh. Johnny, uh-oh. That's not good. You can hear a lot of music pop. That is not exactly that music you want to hear pop there. Kane is in the ring. Tombstone to Johnny Gargano. That might very well be Johnny Gargano out of that match. Very, very likely. Ty Dillinger is crawling towards him. Can he go for the cover? He's wasted. He's not going for the cover. That's debatable by Dillinger. But Kane definitely sent a statement there to the NXT champion. We don't know why or what he's doing there. But Kane, of course, drafted to NXT via the draft. This is essentially his debut. He's not appeared on NXT yet. My god. And Kane might not be. He might not have held a championship in this universe mode so far. But Kane is never a man I would want to mess with ever. Always incredibly dangerous. No matter. He could be on 20-match losing streak, and Kane would be a threat to be reckoned with. Kane's presence itself can be game-changing to a matchup. Ty Dillinger sending Johnny Gargano into the apron now. In control a lot more now after the attack on Johnny Gargano there by the big red monster. Kane, of course. I think the last big match that Kane has had was against The Undertaker at the Royal Rumble, where he lost to his brother. Of course, he's now retired. He's also a Hall of Famer in the Star Nation Universe mode. But Kane is still here, and he seems to be still going and still not quite done with his career. Inverted Rana there by Johnny Gargano spikes Ty Dillinger at first now to the arm of the Perfect 10 goes. Johnny Gargano stretches that one out nicely. The shoulder might be just popped out of its socket right there. After that move by Gargano, does he go for the cover? Yes, he does. Ty Dillinger is down one. kick out of one by Dillinger. Jesus Christ. Kick out of one. Because, yeah, just a kick. Johnny Gargano with a nice version of an abdominal stretch, a seated abdominal stretch. I'd say that is there, but Tyler fights that eventually punches towards Johnny Gargano, back up to his feet, and another set of punches and a hip toss is gonna send him out of that move. The damage to the arm has been done, sure. Well, not enough to stop the 10 chanting, that is for sure. Johnny Gargano is back up to his feet, but Ty Dillinger is still right away with the clothesline, and another clothesline by the Perfect 10 into the ropes, and a single leg dropkick sends down Johnny wrestling. Dillinger picks him back up again. Oh, up on the shoulder he goes, tiebreaker, maybe by Dillinger. Yes, indeed, tiebreaker connects on Gargano. That could be it. 1, 2. Kick out by Gargano. Kick out by Gargano, of course. I would be lying if I'm surprised. He just got tombstone by Kane. He got tiebreakered, and still Johnny Gargano manages to kick out somehow. I don't know how he does that, but he did. Ty Dillinger backing off now. That might be the end. If we're gonna see a perfect 10 right here by Dillinger, that could be it. We thought a lot against John Cena, and it never was, but it might be very well against Johnny Gargano. Again, big assist to Kane. 1, 2. That is it. The NXT champion is beaten by Ty Dillinger. Big statement by Dillinger. Dillinger continues to impress, but again, big assist has to go to the big red monster, to the devil's favorite demon, Kane. Here tonight, Heavy Machinery versus the Usos. Can Heavy Machinery become 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions? One of only 3 teams then to be 2-time champions. Heavy Machinery have been very impressive since their debut. And I'm sure they're going to look to keep impressing here on NXT Tag Team Champions. It is the 2-time Tag Team Champions, former Raw Tag Team Champions, second ever. And our NXT Tag Team Champions, it is the Usos. Are they going to welcome Heavy Machinery to the Uso Penitentiary one more time here tonight? Starting it off with Otis Dozovich, the champion, starting it off with a Jey Uso. Now, we've got a clear direction for that match. Generally, you've got the powerhouses in Heavy Machinery. They've got the strength, they've got the height. Well, height, not maybe in terms of Otis Dozovich, but they've got the strength, the weight, and all that in their favor, while the Usos are the more agile one, and maybe the more experienced ones, winning via that incredible single leg bus trap. They're on trapped as well. Absolutely deep hook on that one whenever either of the Usos locks that one in. So that is maybe one of the dangerous one of the most dangerous moves we've seen in this universe mode so far. I'd say the most dangerous move in the tag team division at this point. That single leg bus trap there by the Usos. Jey Uso's got Otis Dozovich locked now. Tries to send him towards his corner, but Otis Dozovich with a nice set of elbows to the midsection of Jey Uso to counter that one, and pushes Jey Uso almost back into that corner. That's the strength right there. Otis Dozovich and Tucker Knight as well. They can do that with the Usos, but Jey Uso, is he looking for a hot tag already? No, Tucker Knight's not going to let that happen. Absolutely not. Not that early on. As long as he's going to be able to prevent that, and that is just what he's done. Jey Uso now looking for the tag. Looking for a tag team move. No. Tucker Knight counters that one nicely, okay? Or, I'm saying counters, he just got out of that corner. Jey Uso's now got Tucker Knight in his own corner. Otis Dozovich off the corner. And Jey Uso already picking fights with everyone. Maybe get a bit back on Otis Dozovich for the push earlier on. Definitely didn't sit well there with Jey Uso from the looks of things. As Tucker Knight again, elbows to the midsection of Jey Uso, who's going to be sent into the corner now by Tucker Knight. Snake Eyes by one half of Heavy Machinery, sending Jey Uso out of that corner. Big punch to the midsection. And again, locked, but Jey Uso now with a nice counter. They kick to the midsection of Tucker Knight. He's the bigger man. He's the biggest man in this matchup. And definitely stronger than the Usos. We've covered that. Oh, Usos. I was going to say a super kick party. No, that's looking like that. Assisted Samoan drop by the Usos. Jimmy Uso drops Tucker Knight there after a nice lift up there by Jey Uso for some extra damage. Jimmy Uso got him up again. I thought he maybe going to go for another Samoan drop, but a nice counter there by Tucker Knight. Elbows to the face of Jimmy Uso. Now, a big power slam. Pushes him up even higher for some extra added impact there on that power slam, and the tag is made to Otis Dozovich. For the first time in that match, we've got the matchup of Otis Dozovich and Jimmy Uso. legal in that match right now. And again, that spinning fist there. We've seen that to Jey Uso. He's doing that same thing to Jimmy as well. Welcoming him to Heavy Machinery. Not the use of penitentiary just yet. We might still see that, but so far, Heavy Machinery maybe getting the bigger shots in that match, other than that assisted Samoa drop by the Usos. Big chop there. Double chop by Jimmy Uso. Picks Dozovic back up again. Uppercut by Tucker Knight. Looking for a world's strongest slam there. Nope. Into the corner, and look at the string of Otis Dozovic. Haven't said Tucker Knight earlier to Otis Dozovic. It is Otis Dozovic either way. Jimmy Uso now sends Dozovic into the bottom right corner form. I thought we might see the tag to Jay. And a tag move by the Usos. Still yet to see the first tag team move in that matchup. Again, a debatable decision there by both teams. Knee deep in the back of Otis Dozovic is looking for the crossface, but that's not gonna make the dozer tap out. Absolutely not. You gotta hit him with more to make the dozer tap. Now he sends him, Jimmy, into the top left corner. Maybe the tag team move now by Heavy Machinery. Yes, indeed. That is gonna be the first tag team move in this matchup. Into the corner goes Jimmy Uso, and a double hip toss there by Heavy Machinery. Tucker Knight with a kick to the back of Jimmy Uso. Now Jimmy Uso with a counter. And a nice wrist lock there on Tucker Knight. Turns him around. Back suplex on one half of the former NXT Tag Team Champions. Very successful right there. Where is he dragging him though? His corner? Yes, I think so. Yeah. He's nope. Picking him back up again now. I thought he was gonna drag him a bit further, but no. Picks him back up into the bottom right corner. Goes Tucker Knight. Now the first tag team move by the Usos. Pushed away is Tucker Knight. Super kick party by the Usos. Jey Uso's legal once again. Kick to Tucker Knight as well. He's not even going for the cover after the super kick party. I'm a bit surprised by that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit surprised there. No hot tag to be made by Tucker Knight. Hover over DDT to be made by Jey Uso. Tucker Knight right back up again though. My goodness, resiliency by Tucker Knight. DDT on Jey Uso, but he's not getting up as quickly. He kind of gets up in the same time frame, but he's helped up by Tucker Knight. Tucker Knight just got up on his own account there. Repeated kicks by Jey Uso. Tucker Knight now has got him locked. Maybe looking to send him into the corner. Right behind him is Otis Dozovic. Maybe waiting for another tag. Into the corner he goes indeed. And another tag it is indeed as well. Into the ropes goes Jey Uso, and a double back body drop now by Heavy Machinery. The powerhouses in this matchup. Countered by Jey Uso. Now, as we said, Jey and Jimmy Uso, the Usos have won the Raw Tag Team titles. The second ever Raw Tag Team Champions way back in Season 1. And now have won the NXT Tag Team Champions in Season 3. That kind of tells you what's been going on with the Usos between that. They've gotten a few chances here and there, but they've never held gold ever since. Or titles, essentially, ever since. Oh, Jey Uso looking for the finish on Otis Dozovic. Super kick possibly by Jey Uso. Super kick connects on Otis Dozovic. That could be it. That might be a successful and the first successful title defense there by the Usos. If Jey is not pulling up a page here and indeed go for the cover, he does pull a page. He's just not going for the cover. What's he? He's gonna bring it. Jey, just cover him. He's not gonna bring it anymore. Well, he might now. One kick out of one out after a super kick. That sounds worse than it is, but yeah, he waited about 30 seconds for that cover. It felt like nice kick there to counter Otis Dozovic. Tried for that cover, but another super kick connects on Otis Dozovic. My goodness, that could be it now, and that should be it. Let's face it. Oh no, he's making the tag, is he not? Two super kicks now to Dozovic. Is he gonna make the tag to Jimmy Uso? Can Jimmy Uso add more damage to Otis Dozovic? Again, Jey's just waiting. What is Jey doing? Enhancing the Uso Chad, but now focused on the leg of Dozovic. Why is he not going for that tag? He wanted to go for the tag. What is he doing? In my opinion, Jey Uso is mostly wasting time right here. Go for the double clothesline here on Otis Dozovic. Ducks the clothesline off Dozovic, and it's a nice running clothesline on Dozovic as well. Tucker Knight was reaching out there trying for a hot take possibly, but Otis Dozovic, no chance there. Jey Uso, oh, that's gonna be shades of their father, Rikishi. Into the corner goes Jey Uso, and down goes Otis Dozovic. Now another kick to the midsection. Oh god, I thought that's gonna be that armchair Boston Crab again, but no, it's not. Otis Dozovic down on the ground, very close jump there. Can't even make that close jump. Splash by Jey Uso. That could be it. 1, 2. Title defense by the Usos. But what was that by Tucker Knight? Got into the ring and then he stood there. Did you think maybe Otis Dozovich had that? Did Otis Dozovich maybe tell something to Tucker Knight there that we haven't picked up? Either way, the Usos also successfully defend the titles in their rematch. With that was of course the main event of NXT, and with that we're gonna get over to the blue brand. We're gonna get over to SmackDown. And now first on SmackDown, it is the WWE World Champion. He's beaten. Let's rephrase that. He's won that belt from Braun Strowman. Of course, he is the World Cup Season 2 winner. He's got that world title chance because of winning that World Cup. AJ Styles brought the fight to Braun Strowman. A close victory for Braun Strowman, just about able to retain that belt against AJ Styles. And Kenny Omega then used his Entire Nation World Cup win to get that title from a definitely damaged Braun Strowman. Let's see what is next for the cleaner though. I am your new WWE World Champion, the best that SmackDown has to offer. I've put away the man you all have called a monster. Apparently the biggest threat on this roster. Well, I've beaten him. Does that make me invincible now? Can I now just retire with this title because there's no one better than Braun Strowman to fight for that title? Well, of course I won't. And I've set my eyes on somebody else that looked quite the danger over the past weeks. Roman Reigns. So what about him? Maybe I can beat him next. Kenny Omega was Roman Reigns. Okay, well, that's interesting, but we're gonna hear what Christian has to say about that straight away. The general manager is out here. We've seen the general manager on NXT. We've seen him Raw. Of course, we cannot get away with SmackDown without the general manager then. I commend your bravery, Kenny, calling people out as the champion. But I am the one that makes the matches around here. Braun Strowman still has his rematch. Don't forget about that. So if you are now calling out Roman Reigns on top of that, I mean, you cannot fight everyone at once. Or can you? I think you do. Let's make it official. It will be Kenny Omega defending the WWE World Championship inside the Elimination Chamber at No Way Out. That way, you can face Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and 3 more opponents. So, anybody else you want to call out? No? Are you speechless now? Fair enough. Then we will find the other 3 in qualifying matches over the coming weeks. Good luck, champ. Of course, we've got a few other matches confirmed here for SmackDown already. We're gonna have the rematch for the SmackDown Tag Team titles between the Deleters of Worlds and the Authors of Pain to main event that show here tonight. So we're gonna have another tag team title match on this episode. The general manager is giving that out here in tonight's main event, and on top of that, Nick Miller, of course, right before Armageddon, in case you forgot, Nick Miller was requesting a straight-up match against Rusev. After the underhanded attack by Rusev against Nick Miller. He's going to get that tonight. It's going to be Rusev versus Nick Miller, one-on-one inside the ring. No underhanded attack, but a straight-up fight, straight-up matchup, one-on-one between these two. Cruiserweight, a former 2-time Cruiserweight champion, maybe one of the best Cruiserweights we had in this year as well so far. It is Kira Tozawa, the gentleman, Jack Gallagher. We've seen a fatal 4 match in the Cruiserweight division 1 week ago now, I believe. Elimination style, it was Itami, Gallagher, TJP, and the debut for also, who was the other one? Somebody else debuted. Oney Lorcan. And Jack Gallagher looked incredibly impressive in that match, and therefore he's earned himself a big show tonight, a Cruiserweight contest. Essentially a #1 contenders match for the world title. Huge chance that are given out by the general manager Christian. Now, from a size standpoint, you would say Kenny Omega, fair enough. But against a powerhouse like Reigns, against a monster like Strowman, you don't want to step in there as the Cruiserweight, be Tozawa or Gallagher. Tozawa with a nice jawbreaker there, and a down lease to send down the gentleman. This is, by the way, the debut for Akira Tozawa on SmackDown. Again, former 2-time Cruiserweight champion. He's lost that Cruiserweight title just at WrestleMania. 2 leads out of the man that lost the title to Armageddon against Kalisto. So Tozawa was on a very good run in Season 2. A brilliant season there. Maybe a good shout there as best Cruiserweight of the season. Of course, we've not given out an award for that. But Tozawa definitely in for a good shout on that award if that was to be given out there. A nice comment there, but a kick out early doors and a nice running bulldog there by the gentleman Jack Gallagher on Akira Tozawa. Now countered by the Japanese. He was of course a part of the Beast in These tournament together with Itami, Taichi Ishimori, who we've seen take part in the Atlas tournament. So a bit of tournament experience between the lot there. Nice counter there by Jack Gallagher. The foot down again. Tozawa not going to get involved there. A dodge by Gallagher. And a takedown. But a nice crossed over takedown there by Jack Gallagher. Nice agility. Very, very unique offense there by the gentleman. Sends Tozawa down to the ground. And the arm twisted there for the former Cruiserweight champion. Gallagher yet to win a belt in the Zero one. He's not done that well, but so far, but he's done very, very well this season so far. Only one match in, but that was very impressive. So I wouldn't be that surprised. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised about either winning. I think this is generally a very, very even matchup. It could go either way, and while I wouldn't consider either of these men favorite going into the Elimination Chamber, I definitely give them an underdog status there, as I wouldn't be genuinely, I'd say, while this match is very, very even, I'd say inside the chamber, I'd give the edge to Tozawa. I think he's a bit of a stronger superstar, maybe a bit more resilient than Gallagher overall, so maybe a bit more fitting for that Elimination Chamber contest than the gentleman itself with his more technical, bit more old school wrestling style that he's approaching matches with. So maybe the better fit for that match is Tozawa, but nonetheless a big chance for both men, and as we said, one of them is going to go into that chamber, the winner of that match, that is. So a huge opportunity for those. Big senton there, countered by Jack Gallagher. Knees up on Tozawa, uppercut by Jack Gallagher. Very nicely done, Tozawa. Now with a nice counter on break on the gentleman. So picks him back up again. Now again, go back and forth. Both men are very, very good in ring competitors. Both men are definitely to be reckoned with. And Gallagher again with a nice kick out there as Tozawa picks him back up again. Looks for another snapmare and looking to keep the gentleman grounded, but that's not going to happen just like that. Elbow to the face of Tozawa by Gallagher and a running crossbody by the gentleman. I thought going to go to follow that up with a cover, but no. Tozawa kicks, not a cover by Gallagher, no kick out needed by Tozawa there. Suplex now by the gentleman. Again, I was going to say it looked like almost a headlock there, but another elbow to the face of Gallagher by Tozawa. He's going for the Verlick suplex now on Gallagher. Turns that one into a bit of a brain buster there by Akira Tozawa, and he's fired up now. Can he use that momentum after that brain buster to his favor? Clothesline. And another one on the gentleman. Ducks the one by Gallagher and a super kick there right to the chin of Jack Gallagher. Picks him back up again. What has Tozawa got? Can we see a big move there? What a spinning kick there by Akira Tozawa. Jack Gallagher is down. He goes for the cover. Could that be it? Has he knocked him out cold after a spinning kick? 1, 2. Kick on a shoot by Gallagher. Stays in it. Tozawa is besides himself. Maybe a bit too early for that, Tozawa. I'd not be that surprised about Gallagher countering that one if I was Tozawa. A nice backstabber variant there though by Akira Tozawa. Looking to try a bit of a different moveset here than to put away Jack Gallagher. Didn't connect, or it wasn't able to with that first move, with that first what's that even? Well, it wasn't able to put him away right there. So he's trying for a bit of a different approach, a bit of a variation of moves, but not able to put him away just yet. Celebrating Jack Gallagher before he goes for the cover. Interesting. 1, 2. That's a kick out to 2. If you celebrate before you cover, I would expect the opponent to kick out because he's always going to have the time to recuperate in time, in my opinion. Jack Gallagher dragging Tozawa towards the ropes there. Is he going for what I think he's going for? Could we see maybe a bit of an assist by the ropes here on that upcoming cover by the gentleman? Yes, indeed. Not so gentleman-like by Gallagher, but a kick out of one by Tozawa. Jesus Christ. That's a bit of a statement there. Gallagher using the ropes, using a bit of underhanded tactics there to possibly get a win on Tozawa. Tozawa like, no, I'm just going to kick out of one. Not even close, my dude. Arm break on Gallagher. Forearm dodge there. Collapses after it. He misses that one, didn't Didn't even anticipate the possibility of missing that one. Counter the back suplex into Russian leg sweep though. Nicely done there by the gentleman. Back on top already. Misses one move, recuperates very, very quickly. Forearm and a chop and a bit of a push there almost by Gallagher. That was a bit unorthodox, but then again, that's exactly what we're used to by the gentleman. Elbow drop on the chest of Tozawa. Drags him towards the middle of the ring. What's Gallagher looking for? What is he waiting for? Again, look at we're seeing a lot today. Just superstars looking at each other, maybe thinking about how to put each other away, but a lot of waiting and just stalking there. That was a big headbutt there by Gallagher. That could be it. Referee's down. 1, 2, and a kick up by Tozawa again. Jesus Christ, straight up a 2 as well. Not even like a 2.5 or a very, very close kick. Oh no, he's just gotten a straight up 2-second kick on the big headbutt by Jack Gallagher. Looking to put him away. Can Tozawa put away the gentleman? Can Tozawa go to no way out? Snap German! They'll go for the bridge though. Might be a mistake. Go for the cover now. No rope break, of course, now for sure, but I don't think there was danger for rope break earlier. 1, 2, 3, and Tozawa gets the win. Tozawa moves to nowhere. Tozawa enters the WWE World Championship Elimination Chamber. Huge win there for Tozawa. Good performance against Gallagher. Again, Gallagher was very impressive in that Fatal 4-Way match. But Tozawa absolutely bossing into that match. Snap suplex. Snap German is, of course, always going to get, not always, but he's going to get that double. Could we see that coming up in 3 weeks? That Snap German maybe getting an elimination or two, maybe even getting him that belt, possibly. Is there a chance? I say there is a chance. Is the chance very high? That is maybe to be debated. But very, very interesting. It is Bobby Roode, the loser in the Intercontinental title match, is out here for what? One reason or another. Bobby Roode lost the Intercontinental title match against Seth Rollins. Of course, has to be seen on the back of that robe. Controversial circumstances that brought him into that Intercontinental title match in the first place. With another low blow, Mr. Bobby Roode, and he seems to be very, very proud of it, as to be seen on the back of that robe. Now the question is, what has Mr. Low Blow, what has Mr. Bobby Roode got to say to the union? Look at him showing it off as well. Let's slow turn and be like, yeah, look at it. Look at it. I just see all of you complaining all day, every day, all about the robe, about my antics. Well, if you like it or not, it gets the job done. I've earned myself a shot at the Intercontinental title one way or another. Now, I might not have succeeded this time, but I will. Trust me. And money in the bank, I will be the Intercontinental champion. So just give me another match with Seth. He wants to be that brave fighting champion, so surely he won't F anything against another match with me. Who am I to judge? That is for Christian and Seth Rollins to decide. We've got some backstage happenings right here. I think we got something going on in the backstage area. So let's cut to the backstage cameras real quick. I don't know what's going on. I've just heard that things are going on. Rusev with an underhanded attack there against Ziggler once again. Unbelievable. My God. Didn't I say earlier that this time we're gonna have a one-on-one match? Ziggler, no underhanded attacks. Rusev just one-on-one matchup between those two. And I just... Did I jinx it? Maybe. Jesus Christ. Why can Rusev not... Is Rusev scared of Miller? Let's face it. Let's look at the facts here. Rusev and Miller, I personally would have said they did alright. Steel chair almost put a nice counter there by Nick Miller. Okay. Maybe not. Oh, go back and forth. Not. Nick Miller is fighting back. Big... Oh my goodness, what a boot that was by Rusev. Nasty in the steel chair. Did that connect? I'm not sure. Out. Oh, another counter. Nick Miller is definitely fighting back. He's not getting a straight up beaten there in the back there. But Rusev, he seems to have the upper end every time again. Always getting back at Nick Miller. Then a big German right in the locker room. My goodness. But yeah, if we're looking at the thing, I think they did alright in the tag dimension. I don't think they did that bad. But Rusev now attacked Nick Miller underhandedly twice already. Why is Rusev not just accepting a match with Nick Miller? If he thinks he's superior, or if he thinks that he's that much better than Miller, why is he not just going for a match with him? I don't understand that. If I judge that a bit like before we go into that match, if you tell me Miller versus Rusev, I'd say Rusev wins it every single time. So I'm not sure what this is about with Rusev. And why he just doesn't go for the... Oh my god, almost through right through that table, my goodness. I mean, Miller is, as we said, he's fighting bad, but Rusev is always getting the upper hand again. Big move. Oh my god, no, not the table. Rusev, don't do it. Rusev turns him around, belly to belly, through the table there for Miller. Miller is flat out there. Rusev, with a crash, just looking down on Nick Miller, and he seems to be done with him for tonight. Again, I don't understand what Rusev is playing here. Yeah, I think we can cut back to the proper action. Won that over the top women's battle royale to earn that shot against Sasha Banks. Nia Jax then, of course, back then claimed that she's better. Charlotte Flair lost the match to Nia Jax before that pick. Maybe that played a bit of a part in Charlotte Flair's loss as well. Either momentum, her mind not being in the right state, getting into that match here with Sasha Banks off the back of what happened between her and Nia Jax, or the simple fact that, who knows, maybe she even picked up a bit of a knock in that match, maybe a slight injury that she was carrying into the pay-per-view. But she's back here just 4 days after Armageddon, back here in action in the SmackDown Women's Division. Her opponent tonight is Liv Morgan, again, that third member of the Riot Squad that we were looking for earlier. Liv Morgan is going to go one-on-one with Charlotte Flair here tonight. Liv Morgan making her SmackDown not her SmackDown debut. She's, of course, been in all the over-the-top Battle Royale as well. The side note on the DLC's Titan DLC content such has been released, should be out soon. That's going to be awesome because that's one new addition for each show. We've got Lashley, War Raiders, and EC3 in that pack. Lashley is, let me double check that on the thing real quick. Lashley part of Raw, EC3 part of NXT, and War Raiders part of SmackDown. So we're gonna get a new addition in that Titan DLC for every single roster. I think actually most of the other DLCs are on NXT, if I'm not mistaken. Most of the other superstars, but that again, that's to be seen when the DLC is coming out into the match between Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan. Yo, Krista, my dude, what's going on, my dude? How you doing? You can have that as well, I mean, you can say pretty much whatever you want to. If not, I'm sure Nightbot will tell you not to. But other than that, you're free to. Charlotte Flair up on the shoulders of Liv Morgan. Nice gun stun there by Liv. She is a former NXT Women's Champion, so definitely not to be underestimated. One of the best women's title reigns in this universe so far. So definitely not to be underestimated. Has had a good run in season 1. I think that was that title run, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say that was season 1. I think that was like the back half of season 1, where she basically held that belt for most of it. I want to say the only other women's title reign that was longer was Becky Lynch's legendary unified women's title run that ended at WrestleMania by the hands of Sasha Banks. Up there, SmackDown Women's Champion currently are run there by Liv Morgan, but Charlotte Flair fighting out of it. Was it that funny? I mean, maybe I'm just used to the small like glitches and mistakes that people are making. Nice backpack stun there by Charlotte. Yeah, maybe I'm just used to those little mistakes and all that in that game that I'm not even paying that much attention to that anymore. Opposed to something that is maybe a bit newer to all the mishaps in those matches. Picks Liv Morgan back up again. Now a nice, I was gonna say dragon through. Now focused on the leg of Liv Morgan by Charlotte Flair, trying to keep the former NXT Women's Champion down. Charlotte Flair, of course, is former Raw Women's Champion herself, a former two-time Women's Champion, a Raw Women's Champion, I want to say. But has not held the unified women's title, if I'm not mistaken. So both women only held one unique women's title so far. But if they were to win that title on their brand right now on SmackDown, both women would add another belt to their repertoire that they've not held before. That is the SmackDown version of that title. Of course, only held by Little Miss Bliss, Eva Marie, and Bayley so far. And Sasha Banks now, of course, with her being the current champion. Hangman's neck breaking out by Charlotte. On Liv Morgan, drops her neck first into the mat. Referee is watching on there, dragging her towards the middle of the ring, looking for a cover. Referee's down. 1. The other 1. Liv Morgan is staying in that with a very early kick out. Again, up on the shoulder is Liv Morgan, and another gun stun here by Charlotte Flair. This time returning the favor to Liv Morgan a little bit, who hit that gun stun on Charlotte. a bit earlier in this matchup. Now a counter to the midsection here by Liv Morgan, and snaps that head off the mat of Charlotte Flair. Picks it right back up again. Giving her no time to breathe. Definitely a good thing to do. If you give her too much time to breathe, of course, you got around 2 counters like that. Sends, oh my goodness, sends Liv Morgan out of the ring, but a skip up straight back up again is Liv Morgan. Head first into that apron goes Charlotte Flair. Liv Morgan picks it right back up again. Referee initiates the count. Of course, at a count of 10, both women would be not disqualified, but lose via counter. The short teleport back into the. That is Nia Jax. We just talked about her earlier. Nia Jax running down. What is she doing? No, get out of. Charlotte Flair, she was almost stunned there, and the Samoan drop by Nia Jax. That's going to be disqualification. Of course, Charlotte Flair officially winning that match because she was the one that got attacked. But Nia Jax once again made her presence felt. She beat Charlotte Flair in that match that she requested, so I'm not sure what she's doing again out here. Nia Jax, I thought, got her point across with that victory over Charlotte Flair. Up first, it is the Authors of Pain, the former SmackDown Tag Team Champions, 2-time SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Now, can they make it 3 here tonight? They won both their title reigns, or their titles so far at WrestleMania. Can they do it on a different stage than WrestleMania? Can they do it on SmackDown? The Elite of the Worlds won those titles, but by pinning Chris Jericho, not the champions, not the Authors of Pain. So, in all this a bit of a mess, if you want to, with the Elite of the Worlds, the Authors of Pain, and the greatest tag team of all time, they've always gotten around covering or having to beat the Authors of Pain. That's not going to be the case tonight, unless we're going to see disqualification or count-out, which count-out are disabled. So unless we're going to see disqualification, the Elite of the Worlds will have to pin the Authors of Pain to retain those titles here tonight. SmackDown Tag Team titles are on the line again in this rematch. The Authors of Pain are the challengers tonight. Right here, the champions are the Deletes of the World. Bray Wyatt is going to start it off in the ring with Akam of the Authors of Pain. Akam, the slightly lighter of the two. I wouldn't say therefore the less stronger one, but it could be a case. Razor, of course, got incredible MMA background there, a very successful MMA background as well. So brawls like that on the ground, as Akam has added with Bray Wyatt right there, is going to be even worse if you're in the ring with Razor as the legal man. Tags have to be made as standard tag team rules. Again, no countouts as we have in this universe mode for tag team matches due to AI not being able to cope with that very well most of the times. But disqualifications are on. We could see disqualification. That is pretty much the only way for the Deletes of the World to get around beating the Authors of Pain again and still defending the titles. Champion's advantage in this title defense. If the match is won by disqualification or counted, even though it's not possible in this match, but generally that is what champion's advantage is. If the match is won by disqualification or counted, even by the opponents, the title will not change hands. Title only changes hands via pinfall or submission. That being said, if Matt and Bray want to defend those titles and not go for the disqualification to do so, they're going to have to somehow defeat the Authors of Pain. Something that they have not been able to do this season yet. Not in a straight up one-on-one match, or not by pinning or submitting the Authors of Pain themselves. Could they finally find a way to do that? Have they maybe figured out a way to do that and can finally execute that in this straight up 2-on-2 contest rather than those multi-man matches, including the greatest tag team of all time, of course, that being Chris Jericho and Austin Aries. Close to the shoulder now by the MMA background heavy Razor. As I've mentioned previously, look at that power. Just thrown Matt Hardy through the ring and he's down on the ground. And you could, yeah, and those are the straight up punches. If Razor continues like that, we're going to see blood, no doubt about it, on either or both of the Deletes of the World. Now, Matt Hardy, you could already say maybe a bit of a need of attack to Bray Wyatt, but then again, what is he going to do then? It is already looking dominant for the Authors of Pain. I don't know how you beat the Authors of Pain in a 2-2 matchup. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know how you get around that, but maybe as I said, the Elite of Worlds have figured something out. Maybe I wouldn't say this is part of their plan, but maybe their plan is still intact at this point in time. Or Razor is dominating Matt Hardy inside that ring. And look again, those punches right to Matt Hardy. Razor is giving him no time to breathe at all. Is there a limit to how many times you can tag in with your partner and do your special move? The tags are not limited. The hot tag, right there where you can see somebody crawling and somebody stretching on their hand, then if they are close enough and in the right angle, they're going to make that jump and leap towards the tag. That is only be able to, going to be able to perform one time per superstar. So Matt Hardy can do that once, Bray Wyatt can do that once, Kevin Rezar can do that once, and after they do that, the superstar that is tagged in by the hot tag has got a bit of added momentum as well. Maybe we're going to see that displayed in that matchup. In terms of tag team finishers or special moves, you can do them for as long as you want to, and as long as you've got them in that. But look at Razor; he's just throwing Matt Hardy through the ring or through the outside. Complete dominance by Razor. Look at the chest already on Matt Hardy as well. Bruises on the chest. A headbutt there by Razor. Bray Wyatt is looking on the apron. Maybe Bray Wyatt should think about getting involved there. Maybe Bray Wyatt should think about helping out his brother there in Matt Hardy. Nice slam onto the apron. The apron, if you did not know, is the hardest part of the ring. Punch that Michael. What punches there by Razor and the shoulder block. As we said, no count being initiated here by the referee. And Matt Hardy just thrown around ringside. Could you infinitely tag in with your partner over and over again? Yeah, you could. And you could say, no, not infinitely, but if you do it frequently, it is definitely a very valid and a very good strategy, and would be a sign of a good tag team if you use those tags well. Of course, you can also send your opponent into the corner. That is something I say a lot in tag team matches, which maybe divides a good and very good tag teams. If you use those tags, if you send the opponent into the corner first, then tag in your partner, go for a tag team move with him. You've got 5 seconds. The referee, as soon as both men are in the ring at once, after the tag, you tag him in, he comes in, and you've got 5 seconds then to leave the ring. Can you use those 5 seconds to initiate a move? Of course, if you're then in by the count of 5 of the referee, you're gonna get disqualified. But of course, if you're doing it while you're gonna use that count, you're gonna use the numbers advantage in those 5 seconds to get as much damage on your opponent as possible. Definitely a sign of a very, very good tag team if they use those 5 seconds and they use those tags in general well in these matchups. Caught again by Razor, another headbutt. I mean, we're just seeing legit, straight up dominance by Razor over Matt Hardy in that match right there. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, I'd say, in a singles match against Razor or Rakim, I think they have a good chance because arguably they could be the superior singles athletes, because the Authors have been, of course, a very strong tag team, absolutely dominant in the tag team division usually. But right now, it's not looking like Matt Hardy would stand a chance against Razor in a singles contest. He's just throwing him around into the steel steps, into the commentating table, into the apron, over and over again. Bray Wyatt decided not to get involved again. Razor has no interest in taking it back into the ring either. Of course, he has to if he wants to win that match and get that slam on the outside. This is just brutal to watch if you're on the side of Matt Hardy. He might very well be out of the competition for a while if he doesn't get attacked to Bray Wyatt, or doesn't really stay out of that match for a little bit and get into the apron. Now we see the blood. I mean, that was always coming. The blood was always going to come. Matt Hardy is busted wide open. Is Razor going to take it back inside? Is that what he waited for? No, he's not. He's not. Another knee to Matt Hardy. He's got no interest in it. Is he going to literally take apart Matt Hardy on the outside until somebody stops that matchup? Because I've got the feeling he's going to. And it's interesting that Bray Wyatt is not stepping in at all for Matt Hardy right here. Unreal dominance by Razor here over Matt Hardy on the outside. Matt Hardy again to get no moves in whatsoever. Bit of exhaustion maybe setting in for Razor. This is the second time he's taking a slight break to take a bit of a breather. But again, that doesn't stop him from absolutely annihilating Matt Hardy. Oh, Matt Hardy's going to move. He's going to lock there. Punch in the face of Razor. Another punch. Is Matt Hardy going to finally get some offense? Running bulldog by Matt Hardy connects on Razor. Is Matt Hardy looking to take things back inside? That's going to be very interesting to see. If he can get some offense in here, is he looking to take things back inside? He should want to, I would believe so, because he needs the attack to Bray Wyatt. But again, we're back to Razor. Oh no, Matt Hardy's got him locked again. Is he going to send him back inside now? Or into the apron? Nope, into the apron goes Razor. Bumps off it. This match has been on the outside for a good 5 to 10 minutes now, I believe. Oh, Razor sends Matt back inside. Okay, now it's interesting. I think he only countered. And that's the hot take now for Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt comes inside. Razor is exhausted. Is he in the ring? Or is he on the... No, he's on the apron. Bray Wyatt is going to suplex him back inside, of course. Not quite able to showcase the momentum in favor of Ray. Now we can see that. No, punches. No. We're not going to be able to see the momentum. Unlucky. Headbutt now by Razor. Are we going to see the same dominance to Bray Wyatt? Matt Hardy now off the back of that hot take. Roll to the outside. It's going to be out of action on the outside for a little. Look at Bray Wyatt. The strength on him is unreal. Has he just thrown a Razor over his head? A chop counter blocked and just sent one on Bray Wyatt in the slam. Matt Hardy now back on the apron. He was down on the outside for a bit. Roll to the outside, taking a bit of a breather, trying to get back into that one. So that's always that's the negative. And look, now we're starting it with Bray Wyatt. Now the punches to Bray Wyatt. Razor is an animal. Also, if we take it back to that triple threat match before Armageddon that I've mentioned, where Chris Jericho has won by beating Bray Wyatt, Razor has dominated that match as well. Only that Chris Jericho then snuck. Razor was down for a few seconds. Chris Jericho co-breaker Bray Wyatt and picked up the victory. In the pretty much only few seconds that Razor was down in that match. Before that, Razor pretty much took apart Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho as if that was a handicap match, and he dominated them. So Razor is an animal. It is unreal. Like again, the throw to Bray Wyatt is unreal. And look at Matt Hardy. He's absolutely out of it. I think Matt Hardy is not gonna be able to do anything in this match anymore. Usually you'd see if somebody's going to go for a cover, that his tag team partner is going to come and try to break it up, or if somebody is getting covered to prevent his team from losing. So if Bray Wyatt would get a big move on Razor and cover him after that, Akam would probably come running in and try to break up that cover to make sure Razor is not losing and to not having be forced to kick out of that one. I'm not sure if Matt Hardy can do the same for Bray Wyatt in that match anymore. I don't know if Matt Hardy can do anything anymore. And Razor has now taken Bray Wyatt to the outside. If he's now doing to Bray Wyatt what he's doing to Matt Hardy, I don't know. Just send Razor into that World Title Elimination Chamber. Throws Bray Wyatt. It is unreal. Akam has barely been in that match. Again, Akam has not been bad in that match. No. Oh no, Bray's back inside. Oh, now the hot take by Bray Wyatt. Can he make it to? Yes, he can. But Matt Hardy's back inside. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if knee to the back of Razor now by I don't know if that's a good thing that Matt Hardy's back inside that ring. The hot take has been made. Bray Wyatt maybe needed that. Oh, a side effect now by Matt Hardy. He's looking for the twist of fate. If he can connect with the twist of fate, surely not. Surely not. Twist of fate connects on Razor. He does connect. Has Matt Hardy somehow done it out of nowhere? Surely not. Cover on Razor. There's the breakup by Akam. Bray Wyatt wasn't even back up on the apron yet. He couldn't stop Akam. You're then going to have to rely on your partner to stop the other tag partner from breaking up that cover. So Bray Wyatt would have had to attack Akam before he could have broken up that cover, essentially. But Bray Wyatt wasn't even up there. It wasn't going to happen. Yeah, not allowed. That's just in the in-game mechanics. It would be allowed 20 times in real life. It's just that you only have that ability once in the game. Razor now looking to put away Matt Hardy. Look at that powerbomb. Gut wrench. Powerbomb on Matt Hardy into the jackknife cover. 1, 2. Bray Wyatt is too slow. I don't know what Bray Wyatt doing on the top rope. But Bray Wyatt came in there, of course, has taken a good damage by Razor as well, but was just too slow. AOP are your SmackDown Tag Team Champions again. Absolute and utter annihilation by AOP. I have no words for what AOP just have done to the Deletes of Worlds. And looking at that, I mean, we got No Way Out coming up. The Deletes of Worlds got the rematch. I don't know if Bray Wyatt can compete in No Way Out, and Matt Hardy especially. I don't know if he can compete by then. Genuinely. The time and for how long Razor has obliterated Matt Hardy on the outside. There was no doubt that Matt Hardy was not going to be able to kick out of that gut wrench power. No doubt about it. The only question was, is Bray Wyatt still able to break up that cover? And as you could see, Akam was a lot faster, still a lot fresher in that match than Bray Wyatt, who was also in the ring for a good few minutes with Razor taking abuse, really. And again, now 3-time tag team champions, the authors unreal. want to thank the lots on YouTube and the ones on watching Twitch on demand, past broadcast, or the highlighted video, or the cut down version on YouTube. Thank you very much for the support. It is very, very much appreciated. Very much enjoy that. I'm a bit shocked by that performance right there, but definitely enjoy that episode as always. Hope you guys did as well. Drop a follow, subscribe, comment, like, do all that thing you do on Twitch and YouTube. Check out the social medias as well for updates when the next episode is going to be and such. Plan is 3 episodes this week. Because I've got late shift next week, so we can have No Way Out on the weekend after. So I'm not going to have any streams, most likely between the 12th and the at least 15th of November, as I've got late shift there. As I just time frame it doesn't work that way. But looking to do 3 episodes this week and then No Way Out the weekend after late shift. That is the plan. All right, now with that, thank you guys so much for watching on YouTube or Twitch on demand. Thank you guys so much appreciated. Have a good one. Peace.